Hello and welcome to the Student Voice. I am Sunshine Finnell, and with us today are Dr. Dunlap and Andrea Woody. Dr. Dunlap is a psychology professor here at Chat State, and Andrea is a student in her class. Now, I've heard that you both have participated in a research project on mental health and college students on campus during this pandemic. Could you tell us more about the overall study and hypothesis?
Absolutely. Andrea and our classmates were really interested in finding out what was happening with Chat State students. We had been looking at research, and at the national level, we see students over 50% reporting senses of loneliness, mental health concerns and struggles, more so than ever. When we found that our students were no different.
Yes, 71% of our students have felt that way, and 82% of our students have felt like they've missed out on their college experience.
I feel like that for sure.
Right.
Yes.
It's been very hard coming here and just graduating, starting over, having to meet new friends, new people.
Yes, for sure.
Now, how do you think it has been for newer students making friends on campus?
I think it's definitely hard, just having a new normal and being able to establish and make roots with a pandemic and so much hardship, masks, mandates, social distancing. You have to find new ways and figure it out like all over again.
Yeah. How do you feel, like, from a teacher's perspective?
It is tough. I think it's always, college is a transition time, and so there's always a sense of, how do you make friends coming from, for many people, from a setting where they've been with other people for years in high school, or coming back to school at community college. It's just difficult. And I ask my students quite frequently how many people have met, have new friends. And when I wasn't seeing any hands go up, I changed that question to who has made friends or who has not made any. And all these hands went up. So it was very clear to me that students were feeling less engaged. And our research did show that. Only about 30% of students were saying that they were feeling significantly connected to their classmates.
Yes.
I bet that project helped you guys connect more, for sure.
For sure, just acknowledging what's going on and what everybody's experiencing, and that you're not the only one feeling that way.
Yeah, well,
So true.
Speaking of your own experiences, a little personal, what has your own experience with mental health been for both of you guys throughout this pandemic?
For me, it's been a roller coaster. I've had ups and downs. I've had good moments. I've had bad moments, and I've had to relearn, I feel like, part of how am I gonna connect with people? How am I gonna make friends? What am I doing? Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
But it's definitely been a learning experience, and with this project, it was really helpful to acknowledge and make friends and use the data that we found to hopefully find a solution.
Yeah.
That's so true. For me, when I discovered that 90% of our students were saying that if they knew what other people were going through, they'd feel less alone. And I became very aware of my own needs to reach out and connect with my community. Letting people know that, or be vulnerable, be human around people, to let folks know, like, I'm having a tough day, to check in on people more often. And there's no really great way to balance work and life and school. I don't even know if it's possible, but you can integrate is a word I like to use better because it feels like it has less of a stigma. Integration of these different things. And for me, it's been things about routines, seeking help when I need it, taking that mental health holiday, and building really good support. So
Support is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure.
Now, building off from those hardships, what have you both found helpful, and what would you recommend other students to do to help prioritize their own mental health?
I found that self-care is not selfish. I've had to learn that myself over these 2 years and acknowledge that if I can't put myself first, how am I able to help other students, and how am I able to connect with them and make friendships and build relationships?
Absolutely. You can't heal what you don't reveal. So I think talking to other people about what's going on is essential. they call it like radical self-compassion or self-acceptance, but that should just be normal, not really radical, you know. So yeah, self-care is not selfish. Exercise, moving around. I have a list, and I get hyper-focused sometimes at work, especially at a home office or at work office when those kind of roles get mashed together. So I have to get up and do like a little dance or something, just like an exercise, something that brings me back to the moment. That's really helpful for me.
I would say talking to my friends and family have been the most beneficial.
Yes.
Without them, then like I'd be a little crazy. And also, like, you seem like a really good person to open up to. Like, I bet your students feel very safe with you, and that's what we like need here on campus.
Thank you. Agreed. Authenticity, I think, just being vulnerable seems really risky. And you know, we've been talking a lot lately just about what does professionalism look like, and being empathetic and leadership, and expressing those things in class too. I think just like making sure that you weave into everything that self-care.
Yes.
I 100% agree. And do you guys have any events coming up?
Yes,
So
we
glad you
do. We have an event coming up. I'm joined with Global Scholars, and it's sharing stories in stressful times, and it's going to be a safe space for students and faculty to come in and share their hardships and be able to build a community through the hardships, but hopefully join together and have that unity that we are all looking for.
I just like to say I just like to brag for a moment because you know, we do a lot of really wonderful things in classes, and when we found this data, it was quite emotional to see what everyone was going through. And Andrea and I spent a lot of time talking about, you know, will we go present at the symposium and conferences, and Andrea was very much centered on doing something wonderful with this. And so since we were seeing students feeling lonely, feeling disconnected, could we create an event where they could maybe come away with a friend, that one friend? And so we're very excited. We'll be having some speakers talk about and open up the area and space to talk about what we've been going through, and share that kind of solidarity, understanding the grief that our community has been through, eating good snacks because we're eating snacks, and letter writing. We're going to be doing some exercises. People will be actually practicing some mindfulness during it, and then hopefully we'll move to the outside, do some s'mores, and go scream at the river together.
Yes.
I will definitely be there.
Yes, I'm excited.
Hope everyone else does come on campus.
Me too.
For sure.
We could all use a good scream.
Yes.
Well, congrats on the research project you guys did.
Thank
and you guys are doing a lot of important things here, and I think we need to be having these conversations more, getting some more awareness out there.
Agreed. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me about it. Well, that is it for our episode of The Student Voice. For more information about mental health resources, visit www.ChattanoogaState.edu, and have a great day.